Okay, so let's get start demo first of react.js list binding. Okay, so see there's a I bind a list. Okay, so there's a very cool and stylish design I also created for react binding. Okay, so in this session we'll bind these all the list whatever now we have a list, we bind an react.js with using reusable component. Okay, and later on will actually implement all the functionality like view, edit, delete, as well as add. So everything will going in this series. So if you come first time in my channel, so I'm especially recommend to go my first video of react, okay, which is I create a getting started session, so that you can understand what is the project architecture, why is the react we are using, and what is the react, and what is the project structure, and how we can use that. Okay, so everything I explain very great details. Okay, so let me show you, this is my YouTube channel. So I'm especially recommend actually go to this session first before proceeding this one. Okay, there's a many things actually, but yeah, uh, this one. Okay, so let me zoom in. So this one, so first before proceeding this one, please use and see whatever we have covered in this session. So because same example we are trying to use in here. Okay, so let me close my demo and let's get start for implementation. Okay, so let's open same example. Okay, so this is the same example. Okay, because this is a starting project, and in this starting one we have just structure, the default template and all the stuff. I explained everything, every files, okay, in my previous session. So what I need to do first I need to create a reusable component. Okay, so what I need to do first. Okay, so first I need to create a block card. Okay, so let me create in this src folder. Okay, as a component folder. Let me component. Okay, this is the components, and inside these components I'll need to create a one reusable component, so that that reusable component I can use anywhere. Okay, so let me create a block cards, create a blog card and .js. Actually it is extension for react. We are using a js format, so we are using extension js. But yeah, there's other way also, we can use typescript and other things that I'll do on my upcoming session. But yeah, as of now I'll just create a js. Okay, now what I need to do, I need to first import react. Okay, so let me import that one. Okay, react library, so I just import that. Okay, then what I need to do, in here I need to create a functions, and the function name is blog card, whatever I create that component name. Okay, and here just use some need to pass some input. Okay, so what would be the input? First input would be as a blog as an input. Okay, so whatever blog will come will need to bind, so that blog over here. Okay, let me others also we required actually. There is a some for edit functionality and delete functionality and view functionality, we can pass it over here. But yeah, as of now we'll keep it only just blog, but later on we'll modify as well. Okay, or just we can add it so that it can be a reusable, so that we can later on just we can use. Okay, so for the reusable perspective I just can just use it. We can create a completely. Okay, and then on delete, and then on view. Okay, because any view can have those functionality, right? So that's why I just created those. And then what I need to do, just start and end curly bracket on this function block, and then finally what need to do, I need to return. Okay, so that return, and what will be written, so see this function block, what will be return, we return as a our html. Actually we returning uh, that demo, right? What we saw, the demo. that card list, right? So let me create that card list as a using bootstrap. So I'll use the bootstrap, so using this way. Okay, so I need to install a bootstrap class, okay, bootstrap library as well, or packages, so that I will create it. Don't worry about that. So let me copy that bootstrap HTML first. Okay, so I'm not going to write that HTML because this is a very simple stuff, so I don't want to wasting my time and your as well for that. Okay, so I'll just explain, but yeah, I'll explain. See, I just create a div. Inside div, actually I just create a src, so that whatever image I can show you over here. Don't worry about, I just use just base URL, I will add it over here. But yeah, as of now, just use, and this whatever blog will pass, that blog has a some property. That blog can be have image URL, that blog can be has a name, blog can be the description. Okay, so we there is a way actually to bind. So like this way, open and closing bracket, we can easily bind any HTML in a domain element. Okay, and that's all. And this is using a card body. Inside that card body, I using this name and stuff. And then we have created some button, right? So see, there's a view button, edit button, and delete button. So those button I created, and also I just create some click event, right? So this click event is it is a child, so this can be called in a parent. So like this way, you can use that click event and create an anonymous function and use this function. Okay, so let's done. Okay, so this is sufficient over here. And once just create this component, what you have to do, if you want to use another way, so you have to just export this as a default. Okay, and whatever your component name, so my component name is blog and that card, right? So let me terminate that things. Okay, so now this is pending. So what I need to do actually, I need to get this entity, that image only, right? So how we can show that image URL based on the src? So we record actually complete URL. Okay, so that's why what I need to do, I can create one constant variable. Okay, where I can just, as a for the example, a demonstration perspective, but yeah, in real world you can just use uh, as much you want, right? So this is my source where I just store all the images. So I can just use that base URL this, and then adding whatever image, so I can just add over here, so it will populate and show in the image. Okay, there's a many way you can do that, but yeah, this is for demonstration perspective, I think this is fine. Okay, so our card is ready, right? Card components ready. Now what I need to do, I need to create a card list component. So sir, so that that card block, this card I can use that block card list. Okay, so let me create another component, uh, create a new file. Okay, that call could be card list. Okay, .js. Okay, so that whatever card I just created, I can use over here as a list. Okay, so what need to do over here again, I need to import that, import react. Okay, and that react form, a form as a react package. Okay, and now whatever card I just created another component, so that I can use over here. Okay, so that's why I just using the reusable component. Okay, so let me import that one also, like for example block card. Now see, whatever card we are storing, it is storing in the root folder, and inside the root directory in a block, the name of the block card. Okay, I import. Now again what I need to do, again just create a function. Okay, so this is a way actually the uh, create a component. So we have to create first a card list. Okay, and inside the card list again we have to just pass that parameter. Okay, whatever input parameter over here, so same input parameter whatever we did in this card component, I just need to verify over here so that they can use this one over there. Okay, okay, so see, again I just pass it to those parameter and then start over here and then finally return. Okay, inside the return I have to create our HTML. Okay, so again I need to create a bootstrap class. Okay, so this is simple. I need to create this. Okay, I need to create a div as a using the row, and this is coming from bootstrap. Okay, then what I need to do, I need to bind some data. Okay, so where is my data? My data is here. Okay, so I get this list of the blogs, and that list of the blogs I will need to call our block card, and I can just for example say I can just use. Okay, so I'm using that block card. So this is our component, so I used in the component, and this component actually expect accept this parameter, right? The block parameter, on edit parameter, delete parameter, which is we created, right? So we have to pass over here. Okay, so how we can do that? It's very simple. We have to iterate while looping through. So how we can looping work in this react.js? So that I'm trying to understand actually. So what I need to do, first I need to just start this binding concept. So this is a binding. Okay, and then use our blocks, and then using a map inside the use the lambda functions. I just store whatever blocks. Okay, so iterating one by one using mapping. Okay, so it will be one by one, and then finally what I need to do, I need to just calling this component, how iterating actually how many times we have a data, right? So based on the data it will iterate. Okay, for the styling process perspective, I need to actually, I just create a row, so I need to create a column as well. So let me create that HTML so that my look feel good. Okay, so okay, let me close that div. Okay, so this is done. It is very simple. Again, I just create another component. I call this block card, and this block card I just use pass it to whatever parameter I have. Okay, that expected that component. And then finally what need to do, I need to export uh, this this component as well. Okay, so how we can do that? Again, it's a default, and then card list, right? So that is done. It is export actually, export. Okay, so this is done. Now I just create another component as well. Okay, which is using the child component, right? So okay, now component is done. Okay, now what I need to do, I need to call this one for our main component. So where is our main component? As for demonstration in this project, I can use in main component is our app.js, but yeah, you can use whatever place, and then you can call over here. Okay, so I'll just see it is a default thing. So what I will do, I'll just remove everything. Okay, let me remove everything, and here need to call our components. Okay, so how we can call this component? It's very simple. Just use this card component. Okay, then call it to card list component. Okay, the card list component, and here you can just close your bracket. Okay, so that see card component is called, right? And but here the some parameter also expected, not expected, neither it will fail on it will giving some error, right? So what are those parameter? So those parameter is on edit. Okay, so let me check first before passing any parameter. Okay, so okay, so now let me run and see what would be the output as of now. Okay, so change it to command prompt. Okay, change it to PowerShell to command prompt, and start npm start. Okay, and see. Okay, some other port is running, so let me close that one first, because I just showing is a demo. So the demo project is still is running, so let me close that one first. Okay, so I close it. Now rerun again. Okay, Now it's running. Okay, there's some issue, right? Now see, return is not defined and base URL is also it's not defined, right? And the card list is not defined. Okay, so there are some issues which need to figure out why it's happening. Okay, so let me go to first that card blocks. Okay, before card block we have to go to block card. Okay, so let me open that, go to block card. Okay, so I add this, but it's complaining I am not using this guy. Okay, so let me change it to like this way. Okay, now see, one error has gone. Okay, if you open here, see, one error has gone. Okay, so ideally if I copy paste, so that copy paste is not coordinate, or just it is not react actually understanding like it is at that variable. Okay, so what I need to do, I need to forcefully adding and rewriting actually, then he can understand. Okay, so what is that other error? That return. Okay, that means that return also it's not working in this block card. So what I can do, I can just return. Okay, now see, it is also changing the color. Once I save, see, return error also gone. Now it is complaining block cards. Okay, so now go to the block cards is not defined. Okay, so it is inside this card list block. So if you go to card list block, so see, I using this block card, but it is still showing as a unused, right? So how we can fix this issue? Don't copy paste, it is required to card list, and it is inside of here, then use this. See, now it's gone. Now save. Now see, no complaining. Okay, and if you open your here, so see, now it's complaining reading map some issue, right? So some property trying to read is some issue. Okay, so how we can fix it? Let me fix it. This is expected actually. So see, if you go to app.js file, I using only this card list, right? So inside I need to pass some parameter. Okay, so that parameter actually will wind. So how we can wind it? It's very simple. Let me create a blocks, and inside you have to create some blocks. Okay, so as of now I just create this one, but yeah, I have to create some function, and that function returning those data. Okay, so let me start that one. Okay, so first what need to do, actually I need to define some variables. Okay, these variables, blocks variables. So how we can do that? It's very simple. Need to create a constant variable. Okay, and here I need to create a blocks. Okay, and inside the blocks there's a set method also, so that I can set as well these blocks. So can I insert, update, delete, that performs, I can do that. So there's a way actually of that use state hook in React app. They actually provide two property, like first is that normal initialize your value, and then other one you can just insert, update, delete. So there's a way actually hook up use state. So using that use state. Okay, and that initialize as of now just nothing as of now. Okay, so just pass it to empty array. Okay, and then that's it. Okay, save it and see, is there any issue? No, there is a no issue, but there is a no data. So what I can do, I can just pass some data over here. Okay, so that the data can be bind as of now, but yeah, in upcoming session we'll use get data from directly from API. But yeah, for the first initial level, for the understand perspective, you have to understand like how we can show the data in a directly. Okay, so what I can do, first I can just create some fake data over here. I can just create first ID. Okay, then ID would be 1. Okay, and then other property, for example name, the name would be like, for example C sharp. Okay, and then other property would be description. Okay, and the name would be C sharp is a good language. Okay, and then last one would be as a image URI. Okay, let me add some image name. So as of now, let me open my blogs. Actually there is a image. Okay, so let me open the real image, so I will use this one. So if you go to copy this image address, so let me type over here. Yeah, so this is a name, that image, so we can use this one. Okay, so I can use this one, save. So once I save, let me check what is look like. Okay, now see, whatever I binded, okay, one data is over there, so it is just showing the name and the description and the button as well, and image as well, but it is not looks good because there's a missing up that bootstrap. Okay, so how we can implement and we can add that bootstrap? So let me add bootstrap over here. So let me open another command prompt. Okay, so I need to fire one command to store our bootstrap packages. Okay, so what is that command? It's very simple command. See, npm install react bootstrap and then bootstrap. Okay, so let me zoom in for you. So this is that command, npm install, and then we have to install that bootstrap. Okay, so once it's installed, see, it is just adding our packages. Okay, and let me check it first in our index.cs file. Okay, it is still not importing, but it is installed in our packages folder. Okay, in this node module, but it is not here, so that you have to mention as well in this index.js file. Okay, which is calling first time. Okay, okay, import, and then we have to specify the name where actually we have our packages. So first it is a bootstrap. Okay, and then inside is a disk folder, and the disk folder has also contain a css folder, and here it's called bootstrap dot min dot css file. Okay, so this is a name, and also you can make sure this file is exist or not in your node folder. So go to your bootstrap first, not at the rate directly, it should be as a bootstrap. So a, then it is a b, and go here. See, it is a bootstrap, the disk folder, the css folder. Inside css folder we have that name, right? Name is like bootstrap.min.cs file. So if you go to min bootstrap.min.css file, so this one, right? So let me collapse this one. Okay, so now once I import and save it, let me check it. Like it's still, yeah, now see, now it's very look feel automatically change, right? And also as the expected look feel is there, right? Okay, one more thing I need to do, I need to add one two no, more three or four blogs so that I can see more result. Okay, so what I can do, it's very simple. Again, just copy this guy. Okay, till here. Okay, and then paste it pasted with the comma. Okay, and now it's 3, it's fine. Okay, so it is 1, then add 2, and then add 3, and also you can just change to your blog name, like for example angular, and let me change to angular description. Then also it's a react.js, changes to react.js. Okay, and Also we can change an file image name, but yeah, I can leave it as of now. Okay, now save it, go back to our application. Now see, whatever file I just edit, it is edit. But yeah, one more thing is missing. In the top it's shown as a list, a light card list or block list, so that I need to add over here. Okay, let me add one div. Okay, inside this div, because there's a many component I need to call, so I need to just create a one div, and inside here I need to call all the components. Okay, so let me add this one also, and let's see. Okay, now see, blog list is there, but yeah, some design issue, so I can add like how much I can no, I can set that margin actually. So based on the margin it will go, uh, it will just go behind this here, right? So I can change also that class name, and then margin set is 2. Okay, and let's see. Now see, now it's showing over here, right? Also let me change more, like 5. See, now it changed, right? Let me change it to 3. Okay, now it's fine. So that we have to achieve in this in this session. Okay, but yeah, in upcoming session we'll implement like add functionality, we use view functionality, edit functionality, and delete functionality, and then finally we use together like uh, I will create a one session where I can just bind the list, add operation, update operation, and delete operation, everything. Okay, so till now, thank you. Have a nice day, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe.